Hi there, in this video I'll run through the complete process for buying a jukebox node for Gala Music and how you go through that process and actually get it live as well on a VPS so you can start pairing up tracks and start earning revenue with that. Do watch through to the end because I also show you my own earnings from this process that you'll see that it took me 2 days to record. So setting up on one day and then showing you the results from the next day, put it all together in this single video here. So do watch, let me know your comments, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as well. Let's jump straight in. It's a very speculative play, this one, but I think now that Gala Music are basically saying people get paid to listen to tracks, this is a huge move by them. It could see an explosion of usage of their platform. If it does, then that could be just huge for the jukebox holders and for the whole music platform. So it's a bit of a speculative move on my behalf on this, but let's go through the process. We come over to nodes and we're just going to check the price first of all. So we click on buy a node. We can see we need 22,535 music tokens. These are only on Gala chains, so the jukebox nodes cannot be purchased with credit cards or Ethereum or any other currency, so people have to buy music tokens and get them on the Gala chain. So that is going to be an upward pressure on music tokens for Gala Music, so that's a good thing. So what I need to do first of all is actually bridge some of my music on Ethereum over to Gala chain. At the moment I have 2,700. I've got 100,000 plus on the Ethereum mainnet, so I want to come on here. So clicking on my music on the Ethereum network, and you can buy music at HTX is the biggest platform for liquidity. There's a link in the description for that. So you can convert your USDT or Bitcoin or Ethereum into Gala Music on the Ethereum network on the blockchain. Then you need to transfer it over, and we're going to bridge that within our Gala Music account here. We're going to bridge that using this function here. So we need 22,000, so I'm going to put, let's put 30,000 in there. It's going to cost us 0.00063 Ethereum at the moment, so you need some Ethereum in your wallet as well. So let's confirm the transaction. We'll just confirm this with our MetaMask. So that pops open, scroll down to the end, sign that contract. Please complete the transaction in your connected wallet. So there's going to be a fee here. It's around about £13 in UK sterling monetary terming just here. Network is busy, so yeah, but we're happy with that. That gets the job done. Okay, processing order. It may take a while to be confirmed on the blockchain. You can check the progress in the notifications. We'll notify you once your order is complete. So we're moving, bridging music Ethereum over to the Gala chain, or they call it Giri. The transaction is there, processing order complete. So if we now come back to our balance and see all, we will see that we do have over on, no, it's not happened yet, understandably so. Let's just look at our notifications. 30,000 music was bridged from Ethereum to Gala chain awaiting fulfillment. So let's just have a moment for that to happen. Okay, so it took about 3 minutes. Here we have now our music token on the Gala chain. So we've got 32,000 music token there. So let's go over to the nodes and we're going to purchase our node. So click on buy a node. We want one. Let's review that order. So it's 22,535 music tokens. Let's review that. Yep, that all looks good. Put in our transfer code and place order. So that's the node purchase. Let me just go and check the price on Gala token at the moment, on music token rather. Okay, so it's currently 0.91 of a cent. So therefore, we've just paid 22,535 music token worth 0.91 cent. So 2,050 US dollars. There's a limited supply on these nodes. They will continually going up in price, so they're never going to be any cheaper than that, and they're priced in US dollars, and it's reflected in the price in the music token. So if the music token goes up in value, there will be less to pay for it, but essentially you're still paying the same amount in US dollar terms. So we've got our node, so let's come back over to nodes, and I think we then need to activate it. Okay, yeah, so we've just gone back to nodes, and we can see here, so I've got my main node there already, and I've got my new node here. So let's just come over to this new node, and here we go. It says activate your player node now. So this is the jukebox. So let's click on activate. Again, we need to pop in the transfer code, click continue. Okay, successfully activated this node, so take a couple of minutes to update. So we've got total number of tracks hosted on this at the moment is 0. The jukebox is offline, so we now need to go and just put this, and I use a virtual private server, VPS, to host mine. There'll be links in the description if you want to use Vultr, or if you want to use RackNerd. RackNerd is the cheaper option. Like I said, links in the description if you want to use one of those for hosting your jukebox. And the other big attraction for why you'd want to buy a jukebox at the moment, you also get, and if you look under the invite and earn, you do get points for purchasing a jukebox. So my today's qualified points are 500 points. Now we will look at the figures on that later in this video. We'll be able to find out what that's worth tomorrow, because all the points are accumulated, added together, and the daily distribution is then distributed to the Gala members according to the number of points they've got. So if there were only 1,000 points in total earned today by members of Gala Music, then my 500 points mean I'd get half the distribution, the daily distribution. So this could be extremely rewarding. So that effectively means it's a huge discount on the actual cost of the jukebox node, but we'll find out the full details. I'll add that to this video, but I'll find out those details tomorrow, but add them into this video. And the other thing I'm going to be doing just now whilst I'm waiting on this, I'm just going to keep playing some music tracks here on Gala Music whilst I'm logged in, because that also gains me extra points. So let's just come and play some of these tracks, and let me show you, let's just turn that down, and let me show you how to actually install that jukebox on a VPS. Okay, so I've purchased my jukebox node. Now I'm going to show you how to actually run your jukebox on a virtual server. You can run it on your own computer, but you'd need your computer on at least 20 hours a day to make sure it doesn't miss a heartbeat, as it were. That's the qualification for a jukebox in terms of how long it needs to be on. And I'd recommend using a service called RackNerd. If you use the link in the description, it will take you through to RackNerd. You might get an extra discount by using my affiliate link there as well in that page. And so I've purchased my 4GB KVM VPS on the New Year 2024 deal, and so I now have those details. So RackNerd is a virtual computer system. Basically, I'm in the UK, but the computer that I'm virtually using here, so it's a computer, I believe it's in Los Angeles in this case. So that is basically a virtual computer in a rack, in a system, in an industrial building, with just some computing space on it, computing power. So I'm renting that space on that computer. That's what RackNerd is. You can also use Vultr. If you've already used Vultr or aware of that, then you can use that. It's perfectly good as well. Again, there's a link in the description, potential discount code there as well to use that. So that's the computer, the virtual computer set up. Now I need to install the software, and you can go to support.gala.com and you want to search for Gala Node software. And what we're doing here is putting it on the Ubuntu Linux. Now, I'm not a technical geek at all, so I'm just kind of reading it off the screen as to what it is. But if you follow these instructions here exactly as they are, then you'll be absolutely fine. Now the other thing you need to do to connect to your virtual computer is run some software, or have some software on your computer called PuTTY. So you can go to putty.org and download PuTTY, and that's the terminal software that allows you to access into your remote computer, your VPS, virtual public server. I think that's what VPS stands for. So you need your PuTTY software as well, so that's where you get it, putty.org. Download that and you're ready to run. So we've got our instructions, we've got our virtual computer set up, we've now got PuTTY. So let me just change the size on this so we can see the instructions as I go through. So let me just get this bang on the right size. Now I need to get my PuTTY terminal, so I type PUTTY. Here's my PuTTY app, and what I need first of all is the IP address for my remote computer on RackNerd. So RackNerd, when you've purchased your virtual computer space, they will give you your IP address, so let's paste that in there. There's nothing else needed to change on here, so we simply click on open. Now the first time we open this, we get this PuTTY security alert: the server's host key is not cached in the registry. You have no guarantee that the server on the computer is you think it is. But we get this instruction anyway, first time we open it, and that's absolutely fine. So we just click accept. So this is the computer we're connecting to. We've got the right IP address. So now we type in our login details. So we type in root, and then we need the password that again we've been given by RackNerd or Vultr for logging into our virtual computer. So I'm just going to copy that, and all we do is right mouse click and then hit return. And there we go, we are now in, we've got Ubuntu and everything's ready. So we come now and we follow the instructions according to support.gala.com exactly how to do it. So open the terminal for Ubuntu installation and enter. Right, so we've got that, that's where we're at. It looks different, it's a different color screen, things like that, but we've logged in, we're ready to go. So we just copy these instructions as we go through. So the first one here, and I haven't a clue what this means, some gobbledygook, but we right mouse click, paste that in there, hit return, and there it goes. It's starting to, well, it says this will ensure that the computer has the latest package list for installing programs. So we just let this do it. I think this one takes a few minutes just at this first stage. Let me just see if that's, I think we need to get an open green box. Yeah, it's still going, so let's just wait whilst that goes through that process, making sure it's got the most recent software or latest package list, whatever that means, for installing programs. Okay, so that took about 5 minutes there, just sped up the video, but we're coming back to it now. It says newer kernel available, pending kernel upgrade, so let's click OK. Actually, we can't click that, that is just giving us a confirmation, so we just hit return on our keyboard. Which services should be restarted? Well, there's a question. I don't know. Let's assume that it's already asterisked the right one, so we're going to click OK. So how do we get to OK? We come down, moving the cursor. That doesn't seem to do it. We just hit return. Okay, just hit return. Okay, let's go with that. So that's taken me by surprise because that didn't happen last time. But if you get that on your server, then that's where we're at. So let's just keep on continuing. So step 2, enter the command below. So we just clicked on that to copy. Come back in here on our terminal, PuTTY terminal, right mouse click, hit return, and let that complete that process. What it's saying there is this command will install a program called Docker. Docker is important for running workloads in the Gala Node software. Really doesn't mean much to me, but there we go. Newer kernel available again. Let's click OK, and let's click OK again, assuming it's updating those in the correct one. So now, after running the installation, enter this command to see Docker's status. We copy this, right mouse click, hit return, and that says end. We've got that green active running, so we've got the green active running, so that's looking good. Press Q or Control and plus C and enter to exit the Docker. So I'm just going to press Q. There we go. And now if the Docker is not active in status, use the command to start it. So ours is active, we can see it in green, active. So step 4, we copy this, right mouse click and paste. And that was a lot quicker, and it's given us here the version of software, so Gala Node v3.6.6.tar.gz. So that has downloaded that code. So after downloading, so step 5, after downloading, run the command below to extract the Gala Node software. Ensure that the update the version number based on what version they download. So let's copy that, we paste that in there, and we've got to change the version number here. So we can't just move the cursor with our mouse, we have to move it with the arrow keys on our keyboard. So we're going to come back here, we want to remove where it says version number and actually type in the version number we see just above. So that's 3.6.6.tar.gz. Cursor off to the end and hit return. So that's the Gala node. So now it's the next command runs the installation script for the Gala node software. So we click copy that over to our terminal, right mouse click and hit return. And we've got the end user license agreements. We type Y for yes, we accept that. Step 7, after successfully installing the Gala Node software, an API key is needed to access the user's Gala Games and Entertainment account and pull up the available workloads. Please read the Gala Node dashboard article for creating an API. This API key will be used in the following command. So what we need to do here, we can click on the Gala Node dashboard article. That takes us through here, and you can read up about the Gala Node article, but I already know how to do that. So what we're going to do, we go over to our node, so we go node.gala.com, and we are logged in here, and I've already set up, I already have one music player on RackNerd. I've got 2 purchase licenses now. One workload is online, so we're currently installing the second one. So we need an API key, so we can see down here API key. If we click on that, it gets us our API code, which I can't share on screen, but I'm going to copy that because I need that. Actually, I won't copy that just yet because I need the other instruction from the software install here. So step 7, so we want to copy that. So we copy that, we come back to our terminal, right mouse click, paste that in there, and we need to get rid of your API key where it says there. I'm going to copy it from there, go back to the terminal, right mouse click, paste that in there, and then hit return. And it says successfully set API key, so that's that bit done. So step 8, after entering the account's API key, run this command to see the currently available workloads available. So these are the licenses for this software. So what licenses have we got? And we have player, which means the jukebox. Next step, step 9, use this command to select the desired workloads to run. So we copy that, we right mouse click, and the desired workload to run, we only have the one here, and it is player. So we get rid of that and we just add in the word player, because it's told us here the licenses we have, we only have the player license. So we put in that line and add the player. So that's the workload player added. Once the configuration is complete, run this command to start the Gala Node software. So we click copy, back to our terminal, right mouse click, hit return. We're almost there now, and now the Gala Node software installation is complete. Run this command to ensure the software is running properly. So we click on copy, back to the terminal, and right mouse click paste, hit return. and that says Gala node is not running. Oh, right, okay, it may take up to 10 minutes for this node status to reflect on a user's Gala node dashboard. Actually, that should still be running there. Successfully changed run state, success complete, notifying service to reload configuration, notification complete. Let's just check that status again, see if that is right. Gala node is starting, so I think that's it. Let's come over to the node.dashboard, and here we go. The one we've just installed, no version here. I'm going to rename this. So I'm going to rename this RackNerd 2, just so I can identify the difference between these two. And there is my music player, it's running. Oh, and by the way, so I've just clicked on the bell notification. It's to remind me something here. We get two NFTs automatically given for free, along with the purchase of the jukebox node. So I spent 22,535. The other thing to point out here, and I've got 504 points today. That was partly from playing music, so I played over 60 unique tracks. So that gave me 4 points, and I got 500 points for purchasing the jukebox. So keep watching, because I will add to this video to show what those 504 points equates to in total music rewards. A couple of other things just worth noting as well. Once you've got all your software running, you can close your PuTTY terminal. That's no longer needed, so let's close that session. The other thing you need to look up is the software requirements for the VPS. So again, going to support.gala.com, all I did was search for Node software, or you can search for Node software requirements, and you can see here the specification of what is needed, either from your computer or your VPS, to be able to make sure that the software runs properly. Okay, so you join us on the new day. We're going to reveal how many Gala music tokens I received for purchasing the jukebox. Also, I'll give you an update here as well as to what you can do with just playing the music. But so there's two ways you can do this. You either go to your name and click on see all and see your balance there. But I find the best way is to go over to the nodes menu option here. And then we get an overview, so we can look at our music, and we have the music performance there. We can look at the individual nodes and so on, and we've just got the general overview. So the general overview, we are 1 day on from when I purchased the node. We can see last day rewards is 6,674.49 music tokens. So let's go and check to see what the value of a music token is. So we go to coinmarketcap.com. Now the market as a whole is down 2.2%. Gala Music is down 2.02%, so not quite down as much as the market as a whole. And as you're watching this video, the price could be substantially different, but essentially we're talking 9 cents, 8.88 cents. So let's call it 9 cents for all intents and purposes. Makes the calculation a little bit easier. Let's bring up the calculator and see what our earnings are there for. So last day, so this is in the last day, so that consisted, if we go, actually we won't be able to see that now on the invite and earn, but we got 504 points, you'll remember. So those 504 points equated to 6,674 Gala music token. But let's just do the quick calculation though to see what that is in real monetary terms. So 6,674 in a single day at 9 cents per token is $600. So we made $600 in a day. So essentially what that means was that for the 500 points we were basically getting around about a third off on the price of the jukebox, because we got 500 points, remember, for purchasing the jukebox ourselves. That's not for referrals, that's just simply buying a jukebox, get 500 points. Those 500 points effectively equate to around about $580 worth. and so yeah, so that was the equivalent of basically a third off on the jukebox price. Now the other thing I just want to show and just tag on to the end of this video as well. Oh, let's calculate what that is per point. What the dollar is. So if we had 504 points, sorry, we earned $600, didn't we? So $600, and if we divide that by the 504 points, each point is making us $1.19. So here also is another final interesting fact on this video. $1.19 per point. We get paid to listen to music as well. If we go back to the invite and earn, you can see we have, let's show all. So we have, where is it? Right, tune in for rewards. So this allows you to earn points by listening to unique songs as long as you hold at least one music token in your Ethereum wallet on your account. Start earning by listening to as few as 10 unique tracks to gain 1 point. So if 1 point makes us $1.13, let's just round it down to a dollar. So 1 point is $1, and I've been playing my music tracks today. I've listened to 143, which means that if I claim this now, you will see I've actually got 5 points for that. So $5 just having music on in the background, listening to that. I will leave this on for the rest of the day, probably get to 6 points, but 5 points, $5, that's not bad at all. $5, if I did that every day for a month, $150. So $5 a day, $150 a month, $1,800 a year. Now I don't expect this to stay at these high levels of earnings, so jump in now, because I don't think they're going to remain this high. So jump in, start listening to music, buy a track if you want, put it on your jukebox node, really multiply up those earnings, and happy days. But hopefully that's covered everything on this video. So go to gogala.co.uk. There'll be links through there so you can sign up for Gala Music. It's completely free to sign up, and if you want to start earning music just by listening, then you just need to have one music token on your Ethereum wallet, and that would then qualify you for being able to just come into the charts, or go to if you go to listen, if you've got a particular style of music you want to listen to. We've got house, emo, Latin pop, jazz, hip hop, R&B, pop, or you can make your own playlist, create your own playlists if you want to just be earning from music that you particularly like. My tip at the moment is simply just to leave it play. It will automatically pick up the next track and just carry on playing that. And you can always mute it if you don't want the sound in the background, but it's worth listening to the music, because there may be some really good tracks in there you enjoy, to add them into your playlist and so on. So it's really good fun, and that is one of the big merits of Gala Music, is that virtually everybody on the planet loves listening to music. So do sign up, gogala.co.uk, and we'll see you on the next video. Let me know if I've missed anything off. Let me know in the comments if it's been useful. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing loads more videos for Gala Music. I think it's a fantastic, fascinating area to be involved, so subscribe to the channel for those as well. I wish you all the best. See you on the next video.